Picture this, it's a cold, foggy evening in the heart of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Our tale begins here, where the chill in the air seems to bite through the thickest of coats, and the fog hangs heavy, obscuring the sights and sounds of the wilderness beyond. The landscape, grim and foreboding, is bathed in an eerie stillness, as if nature itself is holding its breath in anticipation. In the midst of this desolate scene, a group of explorers gathers, their faces lit by the flickering glow of their torches. Each one of them, drawn towards the daunting task at hand, carries their own unique reasons. Some are here seeking adventure, the thrill of the unknown. Others are driven by curiosity, the need to unveil the secrets that lie in the shadows. And a few, perhaps, are here to confront their fears, to face the darkness both within and without. As they approach the gaping mouth of the mine, an inexplicable sense of dread washes over them. It's as though the very air around the mine is charged with an otherworldly energy, a silent warning against those who dare to venture into its depths. But they are not ordinary people, these explorers. They are the brave, the bold, the ones who push against the boundaries of the known world, driven by the siren call of the unknown. They stand there at the edge of the abyss, the darkness of the mine yawning before them like a monstrous beast. The wind howls through the empty shafts, carrying whispers of forgotten tales and ghostly warnings. Yet they remain undeterred. The fear, the unease, they acknowledge it, they feel it, but they do not let it master them. Instead, they channel it, let it sharpen their senses, steel their resolve. With a collective deep breath, they stepped into the abyss, the darkness swallowing them whole. And so our tale of the haunted mines begins, a journey into the heart of darkness, into the realm of the unknown. Little did they know their greatest fears were about to become a horrifying reality. As they ventured further into the mine, the air turned colder and an eerie silence fell upon them. It was as if the very mine itself was holding its breath, awaiting their next move. A tangible shiver threaded its way down each spine, the unsettling quietness amplifying their pounding heartbeats. The path they tread was treacherous, a winding labyrinth of age-old tunnels that snaked their way deep into the heart of the earth. Their footfalls echoed ominously, the only sound amidst the stifling silence. The uneven ground beneath them was slick with moisture, the walls close and claustrophobic, adding an edge of danger to their venture. Their torches flickered, their feeble glow casting monstrous shadows on the damp stone walls. Each flicker painted a grotesque tableau of dancing specters, their twisted forms stretching and morphing with each step the explorers took. The shadows seemed to come alive, reaching out with spectral fingers, grasping at the air as if trying to pull them into the inky blackness. Suddenly a distant, disembodied wail echoed through the tunnels. The mournful cry seemed to originate from nowhere and everywhere at once. It bounced off the walls, growing louder, then softer, playing a cruel game of hide-and-seek with their senses. The wailing sound was neither human nor animal, but a chilling blend of both, a haunting melody that sent icy tendrils of fear snaking through their veins. For a moment they halted, their breath hitching in their throats. The biting chill of terror sunk its teeth into their courage, gnawing at their resolve. But curiosity, that insatiable beast, nudged them forward. They pressed on, the taste of fear bitter on their tongues, their torches casting long, wavering shadows before them. They descended deeper into the darkness, the world above growing distant, a mere memory. The mine swallowed their fears, their hopes, their very essence, wrapping them in its cold, unforgiving embrace. But little did they know the true horror was yet to come. The deeper they went, the more the mine seemed to come alive with its ghastly inhabitants. Every step echoed in the cavernous depths, each footfall a catalyst for the symphony of whispers that danced in the air around them. The explorers were no strangers to the dark, but this darkness was different. It was alive, pulsating with a malevolent energy that seemed to seep from the very walls of the mine. Their breaths came out in foggy puffs, a stark contrast to the chilling cold that enveloped them. The air was thick with dread, as though the mine was exhaling its gruesome past. They could feel 1,000 unseen eyes watching them, the weight of centuries' worth of fear pressing down on their shoulders. Suddenly, a bone-chilling scream pierced the silence, echoing off the cold stone walls. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, a spectral cry of torment that froze their blood. Their hearts pounded in their chests like frantic drumbeats, the rhythm of their fear. Apparitions began to materialize, ghostly figures that flickered in and out of existence. The walls of the mine seemed to bleed shadows, figures that twisted and contorted into horrific shapes. Faces distorted by terror flashed before their eyes, disappearing as quickly as they came. The explorers were seasoned, brave, but this was a fear they had never known. It was raw, primal, the kind of fear that turns men into boys and courage into dust. Their laughter and bravado had long since faded, replaced by a silence so profound it was deafening. With each step further into the mine, the apparitions grew more terrifying, the screams more deafening. The mine was no longer just a mine, it was a tomb, a haunted monument to the souls trapped within its walls. The explorers' bravery was replaced by desperation. They were deep in the belly of the mine, swallowed by its darkness and haunted by its ghosts. They were in the grip of a fear so palpable it was almost a living, breathing entity. They realized they were not alone in the mine, and escape was not as easy as retracing their steps. With their worst fears coming to life, the explorers had to confront the horrifying truth. The mine, a place of darkness and despair, held a grisly secret within its earthy bowels, a secret that was now laid bare for our brave explorers. The explorers discovered that the mine was not just a hollowed-out cavern, but a tomb, a place where countless miners had been trapped and forgotten, their lives snuffed out by greed and negligence. The chilling remnants of their existence, their tools and belongings, lay scattered around, a silent testament to their tragic end. It became clear that the miners hadn't just been abandoned. They had been left to perish, their pleas for help echoing off the cold, unyielding walls of the mine, swallowed by the depthless darkness. The explorers could almost hear their desperate cries, their voices woven into the very fabric of the mine, a cacophony of despair that sent shivers down their spines. And then, there were the apparitions, the spectral figures of the deceased miners, forever bound to the mine, their anguished spirits unable to find peace. These were not your typical ghost stories meant to scare children. These were real, palpable entities, their sorrow and torment filling every crevice of the mine. The explorers could feel their presence, a chill that seeped into their bones, a dread that gripped their hearts. These were not mere shadows, but echoes of lives cut short, their existence bound to the mind, their stories etched in pain and sorrow. The explorers could see their hollow eyes, hear their silent screams, feel their despair. This was a place of eternal torment, a purgatory where souls were trapped, their cries unheard, their pleas unanswered. The explorers had stumbled upon a hauntingly tragic tale of loss, a story that was as old as the mine itself. The mine, they realized, was not a place of riches, but a graveyard of dreams and hopes, a testament to humanity's greed and indifference. In the heart of the mine, they found not gold, but a hauntingly tragic tale of loss and eternal torment. With the echoes of the past haunting their every step, the explorers made a desperate bid for freedom. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they sprinted through the labyrinthine tunnels, the very stones seeming to pulse with an ominous life of their own. The walls appeared to close in, the mine's wrath palpable in the tightening air, its fury at their intrusion a tangible force. As they ran, the chilling cries of the unseen specters swelled, their ghostly wails an eerie symphony of despair and rage, reaching a fever pitch that seemed to shake the very foundations of the earth. The apparitions grew more insistent, their spectral forms flashing in the periphery, creating a terrifying climax that threatened to consume them. But they pressed on, fueled by primal fear and the desperate need for survival. As they emerged from the mine, they left behind the darkness, but the echoes of the haunted mine would forever remain etched in their souls.